cleaned out and protected. You've got to take care of the floors, the floors of the forests, very important. You look at other countries where they do it differently, and it's a whole different story. I was with the president of Finland, and he said, we have a much different, we're a forest nation. He called it a forest nation. And they spend a lot of time on raking and cleaning and doing things, and they don't have any problem. And when it is, it's a very small problem. So I know everybody's looking at that, to that end, and it's going to work out.
What we're seeing right now in California is absolutely horrible. There's no other way to put it. But it's also expected when you build everything off of DEI and social justice propaganda. And Gavin Newsom is the worst governor in America by a mile. It's not even close. And I'm glad that he is finally being exposed for the piece of shit that he is, and it's only getting worse for him. And now Donald Trump's team has put him on blast once again. Now, if you just remember a few days ago, Donald Trump himself called for the resignation of Gavin Newsom after we've seen a disaster in California, to say the least. Right here, one of the best and most beautiful parts of the United States of America is burning down to the ground. It's ashes, and Gavin Newsom should resign. This is all his fault. Then you had a woman confronting Gavin Newsom, and this is, to me, one of the worst moments I've ever seen for any politician in history, where he's confronted by someone, part of the community, and he lies about having a phone call with Joe Biden. Let's watch this one more time.
Got a second? Governor, I live here, Governor. That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. There's literally... I've tried 5 times. That's why I'm walking around to make the call.
Why is the president not taking your call?
Because it's not going through. So
Why?
I have to get cell service.
So let's get it. Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now. And it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry. Especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one and building another. Governor, please tell me, what are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild.
Why was there no water in the hydrants, Governor?
That's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
to
everything
fill the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally. You know that.
I literally have.
I would fill up the hydrants myself.
I understand.
But would you do that?
I would do whatever I can.
But you're not. I see the. Do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
I appreciate it. I'm going to make the call to address everything I can right now, including making sure people
I'd
are
like
safe.
to make sure you do. Can I have an opportunity to at least tell people you're doing what you're saying you're doing? Could somebody have a contact? Can I have your contact information?
Right there.
Literal piece of shit. Like one of the worst moments I've ever seen for a politician. And now the Trump administration has directly responded to Gavin Newsom, who has been saying that Trump needs to come to California himself. Breaking, Trump spokesman has responded to California Governor Gavin Newsom appearing on left-wing podcasts in the middle of wildfires. Quote, instead of appearing on liberal podcasts, maybe Newsom should do his effing job and actually help people who continue to suffer under his terrible leadership. Yes, that is exactly how he needs to be treated. I am so glad that Newsom is getting treated like this and being exposed for the horrible, horrible person that he has always been. He's always been like this. But this is a catastrophic nightmare for him, for California, and for the Democratic Party. You also, I just saw this clip. The LA water chief, who is paid $750,000 a year, said this right here.
You call it powered by equity, and I know that it's been really important for the DWP to put an equity lens on everything.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the number one thing that attracted me to this role.
coming from the communities that I come, seeing what I've seen through my career in utilities and through the military. I've been in the Coast Guard 19 and a half years now, so I got 6 more months to qualify for my 20 years, which was my original goal.
Wow, congratulations, and
you.
thank you for your service.
Thank you. It's important to me that everything we do, it's with an equity lens and social justice and making sure that we right the wrongs that we've done in the past from an infrastructure perspective, and that we involve the community in that process. And this utility is serious about it, is authentic about it. And so I'm just super excited to be part of that movement.
This is what the entire Southern California situation is built off of, is social justice propaganda. That's all it is. And we saw this one right here. This right here. This is the Los Angeles Fire Department Assistant Chief. This is insane.
Want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You literally do not care. There's not a single normal thinking person in this world that thinks, hey, when I call someone to come assist me because my house is on fire or because I have an emergency, I need someone that looks like me. No one gives a shit about that.
Person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
So as I said, imagine needing help and this thing shows up. So this is where we are right now. We are currently watching DEI propaganda and social justice propaganda, identity politics. This is the result of it right here. When you focus on these things, you don't have an infrastructure to deal with a bad situation. And that is what has defined California. It's what's defined the entertainment industry. It's what's defined corporate America for a while. That's why everything is so shitty, because DEI is a cancer. And I'm not going to celebrate any companies that are actually like, there's all these reports of all these companies that are removing DEI from the equation. I'm not celebrating that. I'm not celebrating that you actively put a disease into your company and then you're actively removing the disease when you realize it's killing your company. I'm not going to celebrate that shit. Everyone involved with that process should be fired completely, because if the people that are still there that implemented DEI into the equation, if they're still part of the company, then it has not been completely removed. Everyone involved with that process needs to be fired immediately. The people that made the decisions, the people that escalated it, everyone involved. And until everyone involved has been fired, then you have not solved the problem at all. But California continues to be an absolute shit show. Do I have sympathy for people in California? Absolutely. Because I do know that there are normal, rational thinking people there. There are a lot of people in California. There's a ton of people in California. So I do feel sorry. I have true sympathy. But it is what you asked for when your government has constantly elevated this bullshit. Now you have a choice. Are you going to allow Gavin, Newsom, and the Democrats to continue to do this? Time will tell. You guys have a great day. Thank you very much for checking out this video, and we will talk to you later.